Hey guys, we are back for another Grossery Gang review. So previously I did a video with 4 or 5 of the newest Time Wars figures, and I'm sure I complained more than a handful of times about the fact that I couldn't find this guy. So I finally came across this guy. Another Target score, we found the Space Jump pumpkin figure, and this is the one that I wanted the most, him and the Pirate Shark. So this is just going to be a one figure review, so it's not going to be too long. We've got him here in our standard packaging for the line, all that gross out artwork. You can see him there on the bubble. We got our Time Wars logo down there on the bottom, and then the back has a write-up of the Grossery Gang, a write-up for Space Jump Pumpkin, and then a lineup of the rest of the crew. So let's pull this guy out and take a look. Alright guys, here he is out of the packaging. We have got our Space Jump Pumpkin here, and this is one of those rare instances where a figure does not really work with my background. So we've got orange on orange, but I think it'll work well enough. So we have got our cybernetic, futuristic, nasty, gross pumpkin man here with his enormous rocket launcher with his little pumpkin buddy. And yeah, I'm really happy to have this. You know, now is kind of the right time. It's getting to be fall, Halloween type season, and this was the last figure that I needed to complete the Time Wars set, and it's kind of nice to be able to end that note on what I think is the best figure in the line. So we're going to start and take a look at Articulation real quick. We'll just see how he moves around. You're not going to be too surprised, and then we'll take a look at the rest of this guy. So as far as Articulation goes, it's exactly what you think it's going to be. If you've seen any of these figures before, they're all basically the same. We've got rotating joints at the arms, and then they are hinged as well, so they can go in and out. I will say that in terms of swinging those arms out, especially the arm that you're holding the gun with, he might have some balance issues because this thing with the pumpkin on it is pretty heavy compared to the figure itself, so just keep that in mind. And then we've got rotating legs, and then they're hinged as well, so they can go forwards and backwards. And yeah, that's it. That's pretty much all this little guy can do. Nothing too crazy, but he is right in line with the rest of these figures. Now the main draw for this figure for me is not Articulation, it's how these things look, and this one is, like I said, it's the one I've wanted the most. So it's a fall type character, it's a Halloween type character, it's a pumpkin. That pretty much sells it for me right there. But then he's also a robot, and he's covered in goop, and he's got this big cybernetic eye, and he's got fangs, and he's got all this kind of junk coming out of the top of him and his mouth. We've got the big cybernetic arm, the big cybernetic boots. It's just a really cool look. He has, you know, some sculpted detail on the background. He's got a kind of a divot in his back, and it's oozing pumpkin goop. So that's all really fun. I just like these lines because of the fact they're so weird. I say that every time. It's just the gross out factor, the weirdness, the odd colors, the odd designs, and this one really works exceptionally well. I'm assuming this guy's a bad guy. You know, I don't get into the mythology, the lore behind these guys, so I'm assuming he is a comrade of Cyber Slop Pizza or something like that. But he looks really cool. He looks really nasty. He looks very mean, and I'm incredibly happy with everything about the way this guy looks. Again, that's the main draw for me, is how these things look. He does, of course, come with his flick launcher, so you can flick the missile out of the rocket launcher. This is just a big green rocket launcher. It's not specifically themed like some of the other ones are. He's got a missile with a pumpkin on the end. It's a purple missile, and then he's got his little Grossery. And again, I've said it every time I've done one of these, I like the fact that they can now sit on top of the weapons. So he's got his little pumpkin guy there, and he looks very similar. It looks very sinister and nasty. It's just great. He's got the goop coming out of his mouth as well. So yeah, this is by and large my favorite Grossery Gang figure, I think in general. But as far as Time Wars goes, it's definitely #1 for me. And lastly, here is a quick look at all of the figures kind of lined up together. So we have got Dodgy Donut in the back, we've got Potato Punk, we've got Jockslop Burger, we've got Bad Beans Shooter, we've got Gooey Chewy, we've got the Caveman Putrid Pizza, we've got Cyber Slop Pizza, we've got our new Space Jump Pumpkin, and we've got the Pirate Shark. That is Shark with 4 R's. So yeah, this is definitely my favorite wave of this line for sure. I think that in general, the toys are fun and goofy and wacky and weird, and I say that every time, but it needs repeating. This particular figure, the Space Jump Pumpkin, is one that I really wanted. I think he looks cool. He has all of the requisite gross, nasty stuff that all the other ones do. I like pumpkin stuff, I like fall stuff, I like Halloween stuff, so that's really why I was drawn to this one. And he is a fun figure just like the rest of them, so if you're into weird, gross stuff, I would recommend snatching some of these up. So that's going to do it for this look at the Grossery Gang Space Jump Pumpkin in the Time Wars line from Moose Toys. Let me know what you guys think. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and until next time.